Hello, Mechwarriors. Good little tip here. If you're having a little bit of problem because you're low on coin, here's a good way to get some coin back. And this is what I did. I was down to about $4,000 in C bills, and now I've got 20,756. It looks like. And this is what I did. I went into my inventory, and no, I didn't start selling mechs. It is a thought, but I really like having all these mechs, and I do drive them very often. What I did do is I went into my weapon systems, and then I clicked on this and went to descending order. And then I found the weapons that I'm not using, that I don't use regularly on a lot of mechs. And one of them I came down to was there was actually medium lasers for inner sphere. And, you know, something like that is really menial. I mean, it was worth like gosh, I don't even know. I think it was right around 70 or $80,000 C bills, right? But that wasn't the deal. I had 77 of them. I was able to sell those and get a whole bunch of coin, like well over 2 million coin. So that was a huge improvement there. It wasn't a medium laser. It was actually something else. It was something like a medium laser. I think it was actually an inner sphere medium pulse laser. Any rate, there's a lot of coin that you can get from here. As an example, heavy machine guns, I wouldn't say that that's a big deal maker there, but even though I've got 30 of them, but clan heavy machine guns, I know I'm not going to be using these anytime soon. As an example, I can turn around and sell these, and it's worth 225,000, and that's some money that you can use towards getting like into something else. But as an example, let's see here. Clan LRM Artemis. I'm not going to use these anytime soon because this is an LRM 10 with Artemis, and I find it just annoying that Artemis makes it weigh so much more. But I was able to sell that and get a bunch of coin. I use my clan plasma cannons on various builds. Sometimes I put them on a Shadowcat, or sometimes I put them on light mechs, so I'm not going to sell those. ATM6s, I use these a lot. I go back and forth between LRMs and ATMs, depending on the build that I'm going for. A lot of things you can do here. Go to equipment. In your equipment, you have like a standard engine. I'm never going to use this. I turn around and sell this. You know, that's like an LRM 20 or something right there. That's, boom, it's extra coin right there. I came in here. Obviously, I'm going to keep my clan double heat sinks. Mask, I'm on the fence about, but you know, it's only worth 12,500. I'm not even going to bother selling it because it's not really worth it. It's worth it more to have it than to not need it. But like jump jets, I don't use jump jets on most of my builds. Unless my mech has jump jets automatically added, installed, and there's nothing I can do about it, I don't usually really even bother with it. But like if you're going to come in here and you look at your omnipods, if you're a clanner and you have clan mechs that have omnipods, you better believe you've got a whole bunch of coin in here. This is a whole bunch of money that you could use. You could sell a lot of these. I'd keep the specialty variants like your Sun Spider ambush features and stuff like that, because I trade out. Sometimes I'm doing ballistics. Most of the time I'm doing missile builds. But, you know, Arctic Wolf, Prime, right arm, absolutely going to keep that because I use that from time to time, going back and forth, different pieces and stuff. My EBJ stuff, that's Eben Jaguar to some of the rest of you, or Eben Jag. I keep that. My Summoner pieces, I'm always going back and forth on the Summoners, trying to find a really good build on those. I found actually a couple of really good builds with those. Can you imagine 8 SRMs on a heavy mech? It's sexy. I do 8 SRM4s on that thing. It's got lots of ammo. It's got decent cooling. Not incredible, but the mech already has jump jets built in. It's wonderful. Yeah, so I keep a lot of those little things like that. But if you're not using them, sell this stuff. It's worth more to have the build that you want versus holding onto a component that you're not going to use. Battle mechs, I'm kind of on the fence about whether to sell a mech, you know, to afford something. Generally, you can build, if you have enough mechs, you can build what you want it to be on one of these mechs that you have in your storage, which is far cheaper than selling 2 or 3 of your mechs just to buy one mech and then realize, oh, I could have built that on an Ebon Jaguar, or I could have built that on a Timberwolf or whatever. You know, if you have an Interspear mech, it's hard to build one way or the other that way. But there are different things you can do that you can really build. If you're wanting to build like a really badass SRM build, you probably might already have a Catapult A1. And a Catapult A1 is going to build a really badass SRM build. You can put 6 SRM6s on that thing. It can take punishment. It can do it for days. And I've been put on a shirt more times by Catapult A1s in the Interspear class than probably almost any other mech. I see one of those guys with an SRM build, I warn people. I tell people, watch out. This guy's going to hit you with all 6 of those all at once, and he's going to do it again in a couple seconds later, and it's going to hurt, because 12.9 damage per missile strike times 6 is going to be painful. Anyway, this is a good place to garner extra coin. And when we started out playing with this, I had 20,000. Now I'm sitting at 22. Look at that. I didn't even sell anything that was really worth much. But I managed to get another 2 million C-bills into my account. And that's 2 million C-bills I didn't have before. But I did, kind of, because it was sitting in my inventory and I just wasn't using it. So anyways, those are some ways that you can consider being able to get into builds if you didn't have the money. Another thing might be to do events like what are going on right here.